What's up to whoever might be watching? My name's Justine. It's pretty much almost fall, so that's why my decorations are out. My hair is orange, and I missed you guys. So, as I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, today's video we are going to be listening to Iowa by Slipknot. A few weeks ago, I listened to Slipknot, their self-titled album, and I really enjoyed it. And my plan was to start with the first album and then head into Iowa because I've heard lots of great things about Iowa. That is what today's video is going to be. If you want to listen along with me, then just keep on watching. Okay, Iowa by Slipknot. It is 14 songs for a total of 1 hour and 6 minutes. Looks like this album was released in 2001, so just 2 years following their debut album. This is credited to be one of the most intense, chaotic, best metal albums of all time. So I have really high expectations for this. I'm really excited to hop in. I really like the last album, so I'm excited to see where they take it from the self-titled into Iowa. Let's go ahead and hop into the first track, which is 515. Ooh, so obviously this was just an intro song. This definitely sets like a very dark, demented tone for the album because it's just like a bunch of like staticky noise, scratchy noises with just like this tortured scream in the background. So it definitely sets a tone for the album. I paused it, but it sounded like it went right in from that intro into the next track. Let's go ahead and hop into the next track. It is People Equal Shit. I like how it goes into track 515, which is just like the opener, straight into People Equal Shit, because it's just like that opening track and then it's like instantly hitting you with all this energy. And I feel like in this track, Corey just like completely like unleashes his vocals and just goes crazy, and just the tone of the song just has this very like angry at the world type of vibe. What I really liked though too, especially at the beginning of this song, the drums were going absolutely crazy. Like it was just pounding drums so fast. It was really impressive. Next, let's go into Disasterpiece. I want to slit your throat and fuck the wound. I think that might be one of the most intense opening lines I've ever heard. That song also felt really like rage and hateful towards others, towards the world, especially with just like the opening intro. It just obviously portrays a lot of like hatred. The percussion in that song was really great as well. I'm noticing on this album so far already, even just 2-3 songs in, is that this sound is even angrier than the last album. Next song we have is My Plague. like this song. I like when we get the opportunity to hear Corey's singing voice, and I like the way that this song was structured, going back from like that melodic sound then back into like the grungy screaming. I really like him as a vocalist. I think he's extremely talented, and it's nice to hear songs like this to like really hear that range that he has. Next we have Everything Ends.
Wrong, fucked and overrated. I think I'm gonna be sick and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up and found my whole life was a lie, motherfucker. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. Gonna be sick and it's your fault. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. I haven't slept since I woke up and found my whole life was a lie, motherfucker. This is the end of everything.
I really like in this one where it starts off a bit more calm in his vocals, where he just kind of does this just like talking through style, and then I like how it's then repeated later in the song with his actual like aggressive screaming vocals. I feel like that was a very nice touch. This song just really gets your adrenaline going because it's angry and he's talking about a lot of real shit in this song. He talks about real shit in all the songs, but I'm just emphasizing it on this track because to me it jumped out more. But so far there's a lot of dark themes in this album of just being pissed off, angry at the world, angry at people that have wronged you, feeling confused, feeling worthless, especially in this song, talking about where the hell am I going? Do I even need a reason to hide? I am only betrayed. I am only conditioned to die. It's just a lot of dark themes being presented in this album so far. I like it. It's not meant to make you feel good per se, but if you're also feeling these emotions, this is like a good way to let it out. So far I'm really enjoying it. The Heretic Anthem. If you're 555, then I'm 666. Wow. His vocals give me fucking chills. Like the fucking like grunge and roar and evilness in his vocals is just gives me goosebumps. Also, the like glass break at the end was a nice touch. I almost wish there was like more of that, like a bunch of glass breaking. That could have been like a cool element. But this song was very energetic. I feel like there was not a drop in energy the whole song, so it just really had your like adrenaline going. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into Gently. With the way that this album is going so far, I'm a bit confused on why there's a song called Gently, but let's just see what this is about. Actually really enjoyed this song. Ooh, I have goosebumps again. This song was very unique. It is a definite switch of how the album is going. I almost feel like this is like a breather in between because of like this long build up in the beginning. Lyrics in this one were interesting too. talking about a pleasure that'll take my mind off the reality of my life, my past life, life as I know it now. This one is very interesting because after listening to this song and kind of making my own interpretations, I'm very interested to like dive into more of the lyrics. This is definitely one where I'm very, very interested to see what the artist himself would elaborate further on what he's fully trying to portray in these lyrics. But I really like this song. It intrigued me. Next we have Left Behind. This song has more of those clean vocals, showcases more of his singing voice. I liked it. Now we have The Shape.
Scars they swallow hard, the part of the past that's hollow and dark. Too horrid to kill for you, too sordid to die with you. Unstable as always, calm down. Everything else is just dust and sound.
This one is kind of similar with the last one where it showcases some of his singing voice, but this one comes back with even like heavier vocals than the prior track and just has that like heavy screaming sound. Next we have I Am Hated. This track definitely reminded me of their self-titled album, just with like those nu metal sounds. Next we have Skin Ticket. Really like creepy. His whispers and just like the tone of his voice throughout the song gives like a very like crazy vibe to it. Like he sounds like evil, but he also kind of sounds like he's losing his mind. Definitely has that creepy vibe to it. I liked it a lot. Next song is New Abortion. This song has like some themes of feeling like not wanting to be controlled and like kind of wanting to take the power back. Just with some of the lyrics saying this is where the line is drawn, you can't take my soul away from me. Next song is Metabolic, and this is the second to last song on the album.
Insecurities and be the perfect you want to stretched out for hours alone. Here we go, the animal.
This one again, he goes like a little bit back and forth with the like type of vocals that he's giving. Like there's some softer ones like thrown in there, but overall there's a lot of belts and screaming in this song. The screams in this song just obviously overall complement the dark theme of this album. Okay, the last song is called Iowa. I think this is literally the longest song I've ever seen because this song is 15 minutes. It's the title track. This is going to be a journey. So let's just go ahead and hop into this 15-minute track and see what this is about. Okay, so the beginning of this had like a lot of like screams in the back and then like some sinister laughing. Overall, I'm not typically like super crazy about extremely long songs. This one seemed just like obviously just one long song. It didn't have any like breakups in between of like different songs. This song, it actually didn't seem as long as it was just because I feel like it's a track you can get lost in. What I will say with this one though is that the actual like lyrics of the song didn't seem to fully fit the rest of the theme of the album. So it was a little bit different in the theme of this song versus the other tracks, but I still liked it. I enjoyed it. That was the last track. Let's go ahead and talk about the album as a whole now. This album is definitely like the darkest album that I think I've ever listened to. It's like, I thought the last album was like intense and had some dark themes, and it did, but this just took it to like a whole nother level. The percussion on this album is great, the vocals, the overall production. I just feel like this album is a true masterpiece. The album does exactly what it's supposed to do, and in the chaos, in the anger, and this everything that this album brings to the table, you can actually find some sort of like weird beauty in it, I think. I don't know, maybe that's just me because I find like a lot of beauty in darkness, and to me it's comforting to like know that other people feel similar to me, and it makes me feel like less crazy. So this album was definitely an enjoyable experience for me. Overall, this sounds just chaotic, brutal. The vocals were on point, the percussion was on point. Everything about this album was dark. It covered a lot of different emotions, from anger to feeling misunderstood to feeling worthless to feeling hopeless. There's a lot of themes throughout this album. From just an initial listen, this really blew me away. Even though I did enjoy the last one, this just brought it to like a whole nother level. I really like this album. I think at this point I can confidently call myself a Slipknot fan. I really like their work. The fact that they were doing this 20 years ago and it still holds up so well just shows that this has stood the test of time so far. You guys definitely have to let me know what you thought of this album, if you've already heard it, if this was a first listen for you. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.